Okay. There we go. I'll just have to tell people, like, Sue, like, oops, that's my bad.
What happened?
I went to X out because it says add Darcy Rook to camera, and I went to X out and I must have accidentally pressed over too far, and it was trying to add her, which means...
Oh, you canceled everybody.
Yeah, it just booted out the whole thing, so...
Oh.
Did you cough, baby?
Rocket, turbo.
Guys,
Stop.
knock it off. Hi, Lorelai. Hi, Lorelai. You look sleepy. Look at those eyes.
I got some Tylenol in me.
Oh, no.
I'm having a shot yesterday.
Is that your crinkle toy? Are you going to make lots of
Did
sound?
anybody have questions about what we're going to do tonight? Or anything about painting or anything?
Well, nobody's on yet, so.
Oh,
They
you
might
said Sue and Darcy were on.
No,
You
I
kicked them
said
off?
Sue was on.
Oh.
It asked me if I wanted to add Darcy to the video, so yeah.
You got rid of all my friends.
No, I'm sure they'll reconnect
Well,
it.
you better hope so, Missy.
Let's see. Add a description.
Great business manager she is. Hi, Laura.
What is this? Invite friends. Invite. This is Taylor. I can invite people. I'm just gonna invite people. And then they'll get an invite, and then they can just. There's Darcy. Too bad there's not an invite all. I'm just gonna invite everybody. I gotta do this one at a time. Boop boop. Boop boop boop. I'm not gonna invite literally everybody on your list because that'd take like 10 minutes. I'll just invite a bunch of people though.
Don't forget to sit on here. It'll be easier for you.
Yeah.
Let me pull it out for you.
No, I got it. Get it in just a second. Boys.
He's like, calm your dad. Father's probably dead too.
We got one person on right now.
Who's that?
It's not letting me see who.
Oh.
It's Preston Craigo.
Oh, hi, Preston.
We're just starting a little early. We're not actually going to start till 7 o'clock, but
This is what we're going to paint today.
yeah.
Can you get a good picture?
Yep. No. Darcy says, hi.
Hi.
Darcy, you're painting tonight, correct?
Is she going to paint?
I'm asking her.
Oh.
Baby's a little sad today. She got a shot yesterday that didn't agree with her, so just gave her some Tylenol. Now she's all drowsy and sad. And yeah, sad. It's okay, baby. Okay, you'll feel better in a minute. So if you didn't see the Facebook posts earlier, this is gonna be another follow along thing. So we're actually gonna make that tonight.
We're gonna make this painting.
It's really not that hard.
It's not.
I thought it would because it looks very complex, but she makes it look very, very easy when you actually watch her. But if you are gonna follow along, you just need like 4 colors. You just need some Canson paper. You can cut it in a circle. You can cut it in a square. You can leave it as is. Your water, your brushes.
And I'll show you how to make this pretty deckled edge. This is actually a handmade paper that came with a deckled edge. It's a cotton paper, but you probably don't have that. So I'm going to show you how to use your Canson XL wood pulp paper and make a deckled edge. I'll show you how to rip it. So hopefully it looks like this. I haven't tried it yet. We're gonna wing it.
Or if you don't want it to look, to have that nice jagged edge, which looks really nice, but you can leave it smooth. You can use a nice square.
I did one earlier that looks like this, so we can leave it like this. You can do a square one.
It's so easy. She did 2 today. It's Crystalline Holland said, "That's beautiful."
Oh, thank you.
So, does anybody have any questions on, what we're going to use tonight? What we're actually going to do?
Techniques, materials,
Yeah.
anything?
How your days went? This is the very, very informal part of our very informal video.
Because we're so formal.
Yeah, I think on the post I wrote that we're going to be using, I'm going to butcher these names, the burnt sienna or burnt umber for one color. The other color is going to be ultramarine blue or cobalt blue. And the second one's going to be any red. And then the last one, if you have the watercolor kit, either the Chinese white or this gouache. Sorry, gouache. You're repeating me.
I'm repeating you. Yeah, it's a really, it's a watercolor. It's still a watercolor, but it's really thick and opaque. And it gives us good spatter, good cover up over the watercolors, the dark watercolors. So that's where we get all the really pretty spatter. And if you don't have that, we could also use the Dr. P.H. Martin, which is like an ink, but it also goes over inks and watercolors and other kind. It's another opaque medium that you can do. So I did, what should I do on here?
That one you did the gouache.
Did I do gouache on this one? No, I did P.H. Martin on this one, and I did gouache on that one, I think.
Yeah, because you had the two. They had the.
Yeah, I think I did gouache.
The jar.
I did gouache on this one, and I did Dr. P.H. Martin on this one.
There's Dad. And Darcy wanted to see her friend Turbo. Oh, now you're being a good boy. Literally just a second ago they were wrestling. Oh, I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy. Hi, Turbo. That little fire next to him is Rocket.
The 5-month-old baby.
Yes, he's a 5-month-old husky, and he looks like a 1-year-old. And in the back is my girl Frey. She's blind, so she hangs out on the couch. Turbo, you're on camera. Are you gonna be good for Darcy? He's like, oh, I stopped. I'm good. Darcy said, such good boys when they're on video. So let's see, we still got, 5 minutes?
Is Darcy gonna paint?
Darcy, you didn't answer. Are you painting? Lori's on. Jennifer Sterline is on.
Oh, are you guys painting?
Did I miss anybody?
Preston, are you painting? Preston still on?
Let's see. As far as I know, yes. Unfortunately, it just tells me when people come on to watch, they don't say if they left. So.
Here, I'm gonna
note to Facebook. Darcy says, I'm watching and eating dinner.
There you go.
Well, okay, we'll let you slide.
You know what? That's what I would do, is follow along and then replay it a couple times and then paint.
So you can just see here that, she did both of these today and they're both a little bit different. So if you're doing yours tonight and it comes out a little different, that's totally okay. You can add more splatter. You can add less splatter. You can leave the star off if you want. I think it really makes it kind of stick out. It's pop. It's really nice. The branches are a little bit different. Fence is a little different. So however you guys want to do it, we're just going to, do similar stuff. It doesn't have to be the exact same painting. But she's got her water. Let's see. She's got her towels. She has this out because she's going to show you guys how to make your own circle paper. So.
I wanted to get a scrap piece of paper to show them some techniques.
Okay.
Too.
And she's actually going to show you how to. I know one of my posts I said that we were going to give you the printable copy, but we're actually going to just do it all together because it's super easy tonight. So, and then in the future, if there's a more complicated one, I'll scan it in. Yeah. But this is easy, so.
Yeah, Shannon said, oh my God, that looks so complicated. Are you going to be able to do that today? All in one night? And I'm like, yeah.
I think it's because of the trees and, yeah. I don't know, because sometimes we say that we're going to do an easy one and then
Yeah,
like
last
2
week was
hours
kind
later.
of, I thought last week was going to be real easy. Oh, I heard water and I was hoping it wasn't a dog.
No, it's dead. Dead with the water. Baby sleepy yet? You gonna go sleepy, baby? No, I'm just gonna play with my toes while I watch Grandma paint. Huh. Crazy. So we're gonna start in about 3 more minutes. If anybody had any questions, you want to know where to get something, what she's using, how to do something.
Dr. P.H. Martin's, by the way, I just looked up. It's on sale on Amazon right now for $9.99.
Nice.
Good price for that.
What is it usually like?
$12.99.
Okay, still not terrible.
No, and gouache is on sale or not on sale. It's Winsor Newton gouache. It's $10.99 at Amazon.
Hi, Naomi.
Hi, Naomi.
We're officially starting in like 2 minutes, so we're just doing a very, very, very informal first part where you can ask any question you want. If you have anything you want to tell us or share with us.
You should just walk down and paint with us.
Yeah. Naomi, can you get here in 2 minutes?
Probably less.
You're doing so good, Lorelai. Did your
good.
meds kick in?
Are your grandma's good little baby? She's looking wiped out.
Yeah.
Where's your foot?
It was my fault. I thought the baby Tylenol was good for 6 hours, and it's only good for 4, and so she wasn't feeling good for 2 hours. And now that it's kicked in, now she's feeling all sleepy and tired.
Grandpa's home. Grandpa just got home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lori Ellsworth is watching. Jackson Taylor just joined.
Oh my gosh.
Naomi said, I'm on for a little bit trying to get the kids settled for bed.
Oh my goodness gracious. Well, you can get on anytime and rewatch this.
Yep. We always save these, so. Alright, I think. Look at the time here. 1 more minute.
Just about time.
1 more minute.
Honey, your daddy's responsibility now. Mommy could.
Mommy's
1
off the
hour to
clock. It's
herself.
7 o'clock. She's off the clock.
Mommy's punched out. Go see Papa. Go see Papa.
He just went out to bring water to the huskies.
Oh, no. We're not starting that.
All right. So, why don't you show us for people
right.
who just joined what we're doing tonight?
All right. If you've just joined us, this is what we're going to do tonight. We can either do it in a circle or we can do it in the landscape format, whichever you guys want to do. If you want to do it in the circle, this happens to be in a on a cotton rag form. The Shenzhen paper that my daughter gave me as a Christmas gift that I absolutely love.
Really Christmas gifts so she can play with it.
And this was my first attempt at it, so
yeah.
I really
nice.
loved the paper. It was fantastic to work on. So I'm going to show you how to make, out of the Canson XL that you guys have, I'm going to show you how to make the deckled edge. Hopefully. So we're going to take just a knife. Let's hope I don't cut myself because I'm not the most... Anybody who knows me well. So we're just going to take something to score around roughly a 8-inch circle.
And like I posted today, it can be a little bit bigger, or
oh yeah,
you really don't feel like doing a circle, you can do a square, you can do the regular landscape. But we're just doing an example if you wanted to do a circle with us.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to score the paper right now. And I'm not even sure this is going to work.
This is very thick paper.
Yeah. And you're supposed to use a one of those craft knives.
Almost like an X-Acto knife?
An X-Acto knife. Exactly. And I had it in my cart at Amazon, and I'm like, no, I don't really need to spend any more money on myself. So I took it out of my cart,
And now you need it.
and now I need it.
And Kevin Bushart's on.
Hi, Kevin. Okay, so we'll see how this works. I'm going to just take...
If you just joined, we are doing a painting. This is just the arts and crafts part of the arts.
Yeah.
They're the craft part of the arts.
Okay. So I'm going to just get it started here.
Mhm.
Now I'm just going to go around the bowl like this and just carefully tear and get a rough deckled edge. Doesn't have to be neat, because that's that pretty hand-formed look that we're going for. Can you see?
Yep. Yeah, we can see on this side where you've already been tearing.
And you just keep going around.
Yeah, we're trying to get that really pretty rough edged look.
Yeah. And of course they make scissors that do this for you, but
Oh, really?
yeah.
Who needs them?
Who needs them? We do right now.
This is more entertaining.
Sure.
Watching you rip the paper. Watching me rip paper.
I'll pick up the dog again. All right, you.
Oh, you have one like spot that won't tear.
Yeah.
Johnny Roland is on. Roland, sorry.
Former student.
Very cool.
Gave you some of the Lorelei stuff.
Oh, thank you. She loves it.
Him and Megan.
Aw.
Sorry, this is ridiculous.
This is the cheating part.
Well, I gotta get this on
Yeah.
the pad here. Put this back on. This paper is so heavy. I really thought it would go quicker than this. I guess this is why they say to use an X-Acto knife and not a kitchen paring knife.
Good enough. And again, you don't have to make a perfect circle, so
Nope. And
I think you're just about got it, right?
I just about got it.
Just trying to get the big chunks off.
Yeah. There.
Very pretty.
Well, that's really going to drive me nuts. Anybody knows me. All right, so there we go.
Yay!
Yay, Michelle.
Good job.
All right. And there goes my mixing bowl.
You gonna? Oh, just right there. Okay.
I can sit there right there.
I'm gonna try to get into my seat here.
I knew I should have tried it with the thinner paper.
Oh.
Like I was going to. I said, no, I'll do it with the good paper.
Well, now
Just go
people
this
know
way.
what to expect. If it's hard to tear, that's normal. So in case you just joined, she's gonna, oops, one painting's on top of the other. She was trying to do the edging to make it look like that.
So it's a little like you can fuss with it a little bit more, but we can get painting here.
Yeah. Put them over here.
I really need a house of my own.
You need just a studio,
We need a studio.
proper
so
studio.
bad.
All right.
All right, so tonight, I'm probably only going to use one of my very big brushes, my 30s. probably use my 8. My 4, and I'm going to use a rigger brush. This is a brush you're probably going to want to invest in if you're going to do a lot of trees or like fence posts, that sort of thing. If you happen to come across an old toothbrush, don't throw them away. They come in very handy for painting. So I'm going to put these brushes to the side for now.
Okay.
Also, you might want to find an old toothpick. New toothpick, don't use one. That's just gross. I keep all of my old credit cards, store cards, anything like that. Cut them up into all different sizes and shapes. It comes in handy to do fun little branches and stuff with, and we'll be using those during this. If you come across little branches, this happens to be an apple twig off of our apple tree outside, and I sharpened it just with a regular
pencil
sharpener on both ends, and we can use that as well. So I find all sorts of different things to use. I use bird feathers that I find outside. We can use the edges of a tube of paint. So I'll show you a couple different techniques tonight. So, and we'll be using the white gouache. All right. So the only drawing part we're going to do with this one is, okay, we're going to do a little horizon, about 1/3 up the paper. About 1/3 up the paper like that. Do a little horizon. Can you see that okay or not?
Doesn't pick up, but I think they'll. Oh, that one picks up.
Better? Okay, and we're going to do a little cabin. Just a little cabin. And I want one of the sides to be a little longer than the other. Like that.
Oh, you know what would probably help?
If
I had that flash that I always forget about.
Help me see a lot better. Just want to have a little tiny cabin here, barn, whatever.
You could always make it a cabin if that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah. There we go. Just a little bit of edge here. And I have a little pointy star in the center for decoration. A wacky doodle. And right here we have a door, like a slider for where your horses come in and cows, like we used to have here. I gotta open that window.
Oh, is that hot in here?
Okay?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I was moving the camera around. Sorry, I was trying to get the bottle in the baby's mouth while taking video.
All right, let's see. We'll do little paths, little winding paths.
You can go off in any direction you guys want.
Any direction you want. Something like that. And then we'll have a tree. Can you see that okay?
Yeah, it's like
Too
I can
light.
no, I can do it if I'm standing over. There we go.
Okay.
I'll just stand over for a little bit.
And we're gonna have a tree. Let's see. This looks really weird. Why is that so weird looking?
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll leave it. We'll fix it with the paint. And then we're gonna have a tree right about here, going off. And then we'll do the fence. We don't need to draw that. So that's about all we need to draw, really.
And you just add the branches when you're all
Yep.
ready for them. Very cool.
Just something like that, guys.
So
Okay.
really not difficult to draw at all.
That's why we didn't do a drawing ahead of time. It was just really simple.
You can go as fancy as you want or simple as you want.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, so now I'm going to take my large brush. I'm just going to wet just the top here.
Just this guy.
Just this guy. Now, this painting is going to be everything except for the white that we're going to use for the snow sprinkles at the end, and for that one star. Everything is going to be done with the burnt umber mixture and our cobalt blue. So we're going to do a puddle of each of them. Of course, that was contaminated with burnt umber. But
Baby's watching you.
oh, pretty. Mhm. We want it to be kind of like a snowy, cloudy day. So we'll just put a little bit of this up in the sky, and we'll just dot it in and let it move around on its own.
Because when you have the clouds, it's going to be parts where they're lighter and darker than others.
And go around the barn. Don't go into the barn. You want the white of the barn roof to stay. So when you wet that, make sure that you don't wet the barn. Okay. And you can go right up to that horizon line and even a little bit below if you want. And it's okay to go right over that tree. Okay. And then you can even move that around with a little bit more water if you want. Now this isn't going to soak up the same way that this cotton did. It's going to look a little bit different. And it will even look a little bit different than this because this is Arches, which is a cotton paper. So this will look a little bit different. We'll see. It'll just look different. Now while this is wet, we're going to come in with a darker mixture of the cobalt blue and the burnt umber, and just dab in some far away. Don't mix them in at all. Just take the tip of your brush. We're doing some far away trees on the horizon.
That's really cool how it just kind of assumes the trees already.
Yeah, they just fuzz out on their own.
I'm just gonna scan up to like what you did earlier. Those trees in the background, those were just done doing what she's doing right now. You don't have to do any drawing.
Nope. Just take your brush, dot it in. I am going to go over the barn just a tad, just to give it some color a little bit more than what that had.
That'll make the snowy roof pop out a little bit more.
And you don't want them all the same height, so try to, make things a little bit different heights as you go about doing this. And when I'm working on a round paper, I try not to go right up to the edges, come in a little bit, especially when you've got a dark color. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this credit card, or you can take your
twig or
whatever, and I'm just going to lightly, very lightly go in and try to make little
trunks,
little branches popping out here and there. don't do this very dark, because whatever you make on this now, this is basically scoring the paper, and the paint will settle into all of these little marks that you make. And later on, you'll be able to see all of these little marks. So don't make too many, and don't make them too far into the paper. You're just very lightly touching the paper and going up. You don't want to do too much. And you can carry this up a little bit. Okay. Right.
Yeah, so it's looking like the tops of the trees, like on that part right there.
Take that, and I'm going to just clean up that horizon line a little bit. I'm just taking my brush, drying it off, and taking that thirsty brush. So when I've got a clean, dry brush, drying it off and picking up all that excess water, cleaning up that line. It's called a thirsty brush.
And Angelina Gonzalez just joined us.
Nina. Okay. I'm going to let that rest a little bit, and I'm going to come in and work on some of this snow. So I'm going to just wet some of this.
Are you gonna wet the entire thing or just kind of random?
The entire, all the snow area.
Okay.
So we're still not wetting the barn, but we are going to wet all of this down here.
Are you wetting the path as well? Or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is going to be a very quick painting, guys. I say that every week, right?
You did 2 of them really quick today, so.
So on the outsides of the path, we're going to come in with some blue paint. More of the cobalt blue with just a touch of the brown mixed in. We're going to come up and try to make like a snowbank look. If you get too much, just go in and move it around. You can go in and try to make some hills. You can tell my paper isn't taped down and it's really wet, so it's buckling.
Yeah, I noticed that when you were doing the cotton one earlier today.
Yeah. I'm going to add some more water to this and just get it moving.
Is it just really strange or doesn't work very well if you try to tape around one?
Yeah. Yes. Because it would be really hard.
Mm.
The other thing I wanted to tell you guys is that being a pulp paper, it tends to buckle more than a cotton paper would.
Mm.
So,
And she's just kind of doing the areas she just did again, just with a different color.
just dabbling a little bit of the darker brown, some more of that burnt umber in with it now.
But you're still leaving the path alone.
Mm-hmm. Right. Now I think this has to get dried before I can do any more.
All right. So this is where you're going to go get your hair dryer and go blow dry it real quick? Or?
Yep, I'll be right back.
Yep. So if you're following along, you might want to go dry it. Just be really careful carrying the paper, because if you just hold it by the edge and hold it up, it's going to run, and you don't want it to run. Oh, looks like the baby fell asleep. Baby fell asleep. She's finally feeling better. So I'll just put these back. Hello, Amanda. She will be right back in just a second. She is blow drying the painting to make it dry a little bit faster so we can get started on the next part. but this is what we're working on. So you can do landscape, or you can do the round. So if you're just joining us, when she comes back, you'll see she actually tore the edges of a regular paper and made a circle with it that has all the rough edges. So she's gonna be back in just a second, but she did these each one a little bit different. I'm sure the one that she's doing now is going to be a little different as well. So, does anybody have any questions so far, or want her to explain something more, suggest something for you guys? Not really. And again, if you're going to do this later at home on your own after, watching this again or the first time watching it, you can always change it up however you want. You can leave the star off. If you want to make that more of a cabin and not a barn, you could probably even do something like make it look like there's lights on the inside. You could do lights on the fence. It's your piece. You can gussy it up or take off whatever you want. So I just heard the hairdryer go off, so that means she's probably done. She's probably checking it. Yep, and she's coming back. Here she comes.
Ross, could you? Oh, when you're done, can you Turbo.
So Amanda Semler joined us, Joanne Reinhardt joined us, Susan Martins.
Hi guys.
I was just explaining to them, so this is the paper that she tore right at the beginning. She tore the edges to make it look nice and round, and then all she's done so far is the sky, the tree line, and then some of the started on the snow. So
yeah. The thing I wanted to tell you as I was in there blow drying too, it's best to let your paint air dry on its own if you can, because it'll do all sorts of really cool stuff when it's left to dry on its own. And if you blow it around with a hair blower, it like pushes the paint into different things. So like my paint was blowing every which way in there, but gotta do what you gotta do. All right.
We're not going to sit and watch the paint dry.
No, we're not gonna do that.
Maybe next time.
All right. So help if I got the right. It's this one I'm using, right? Yeah. This paint I'm using tonight is St. Petersburg. It's Yarka. It's beautiful, beautiful paint. It's a Russian paint, and I love it. I haven't used it very much. I just got it a little while ago.
Oh, that looked like your other one. The cotton, yeah.
No, it's one of my newer sets actually, but I haven't had a chance to really work with. Now I'm going to start with the tree. Can you see?
Yep. I was just trying to find the best angle for people to see.
Okay. Where did that come from? And I'm going to take this right up to the very edge of the paper. I'm going to make that look like it's in a snowbank.
That's really cool.
I want some really nice, natural looking branches.
Are you doing that thing where you're not quite doing a straight line? You're sometimes dotting, well, not quite dotting it, but letting it drag a little bit.
Yeah. Here's where it would be really good to use your rigger.
Which, if you're just joining us, was that really thin? Was it more of a stiff paintbrush too?
No, it's really, really quite soft.
Oh, okay.
And it gives you just unexpected movement with your brush, really.
Because it's so soft, it goes wherever it feels like.
So soft and so long. Yeah.
Susan says, awesome work.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can already tell the difference. That one's more, I don't want to... Facebook did something weird. It asked me if I wanted to pause this. And I'm like, no, I don't want to pause it. No pause. These are nice looking branches.
Turbo, go ask me. Honestly, why do you do this to me?
Because he knows Darcy's watching.
Every time I'm on the phone or every time I'm doing this.
I think, where's my friend Darcy? Oh, you probably want... No, the light was on. It didn't look like it was on. Sorry. Looked like it was off. Derby, go in the other room, buddy.
I'm going to bring another branch coming from the side over here.
Yeah, Darcy, you need to come over so you can play with him.
Yes. I need somebody to play with him.
Every Wednesday. Come on over.
Right at 7.
So you're using your bigger branch or bigger brush for the bigger branches and then the smaller one for the smaller ones.
I could actually use the bigger brush for the smaller branches because these brushes have such nice tips, but it just saves time. Saves a lot of time.
And it almost seems like that little rigger brush makes nicer lines, I think.
It does. But you could easily get away with using this brush. See how fine that branch just now was? And you just want everything to go every which way. You don't want anything going, the same way.
So would you say that this is probably the hardest part of this piece, is doing all the branches? Or the more complex part?
Probably just because it's monotonous for me. I don't like doing things over and over again. I get bored. Then I start finding ways to cheat.
I can't wait till we get that the holly and the berry one uploaded. People can see the
is that
leaves
one
part.
still not uploaded?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I still have to do the subtitles for it. Yeah, I had a rough weekend, and this week we've been busy with the baby. She had appointments, so I just haven't gotten to it. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
It'll be up. So now you're doing kind of like weeds.
These
coming
are
up.
fence posts.
Oh, the fence posts. I'm trying to look at the painting you have already right there where it looks like there's some branches or weeds coming out of the bottom of the other tree.
So now when I'm doing these fence posts, I'm making them, trying to make them not perfectly straight up and down. Those two look like they are. And they're closer together.
As you get
And taller.
mhm.
And then they're going to get further apart and shorter. It's not working out at all well, is it?
Well, you like you said, it's a different paper what you were using earlier.
I'm trying to hear what's going on.
Oh,
too.
yeah, don't worry about it.
Have everything under control.
Yep. This is your time to tune out.
I know, it's hard for me. Anybody who knows me will tell you that. Now I'm going to do a little bit of shadow underneath the fence posts here. Just taking some clean water, dragging some of that color underneath. And I'm going to take this path, darken the side of that a little bit more too. Darken the bank. Can't see a thing. Why am I not able to see anything?
Do you want me to get the other light?
No, it's okay.
Okay, I was like, I can shine a bright light on it. The headlight.
A little blue in the snow over here. Get some color in here. It's not turning out the way I want it to, guys.
That's okay. You're using different paper, and this is going to make the water and the paint spread differently.
Now while this is still wet, I want to take a little bit off the side of this tree to pull out a little bit of a highlight.
Okay. So it has more of that like rough bark and shadows look.
Give you more of a rounded look. A little highlight off of that. And then I'm going to drop in right here where the branches connect. Can't see it.
Like little shadows.
Where they come in, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is this light helping at all now, or no?
Mm-hmm. Gotta get some better lighting from here. It's terrible. See, during the day I've got at least natural lighting in here.
Yeah.
And now I'm taking the side of my brush and I'm just pulling it across to make a little more rounded of a tree. You see that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
If you want to hold this a second, I can go grab that light.
No.
Okay.
That's fine. Right now we're going to work on the barn.
And what colors are you using for that? Or like, how are you mixing that?
It's about a 50-50 mix of the cobalt and the burnt umber.
Okay.
And I'm gonna reserve the little white edge
No, I'm gonna
best I can.
go over on this side, and that might help too.
Yeah.
Does that help at all?
Yeah, because you're not.
Yeah, over your
Right.
hand.
Yeah.
Getting rid of those shadows.
So I'm gonna reserve that little bit of a white edge there. Can you see?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go around that star as best I can. So we want to paint that red. Give us a little pop of red.
So just be careful with this part. Take your time. If you're doing it at home.
Oh, nuts.
Just like that. No, that's good because then people can see what you fix it up.
Just take your finger and wipe it out.
And again, it's from a distance too, so it's not gonna be like perfect. It's there an old barn and it's snowy and it's a cloudy day. That looks nice.
A little bit more blue. So it looks a little more gray coming down here.
Now, are you going to vary the color every now and then with the barn?
Well, there isn't that much of the barn
Mm.
here. It's not a very big painting, but yeah, that's what I'm attempting to do. And I'm using the side of my brush. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing this type of a stroke.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's not a very big spot, but that's what I'm trying to do right here.
And she's making, I know I haven't really, I think you might have done this on a different video. She's painting it all in one direction. Yeah, it's when we did the snowman. Yeah. You were talking about doing your strokes in the same direction. So it doesn't have like weird patterns in it.
Picking up a little more blue now. And I'm just doing the same brush stroke down the side. And I'm not too careful about the bottom because we're going to use, we're going to clean that up and make it look like snow. But I do want a little bit more definition around the side of the barn here.
So Shavon is watching, Kristen DeFisher is watching, and
Aw.
Kristen said, pretty.
Aw, thank you. And now I'm coming under the eaves a little bit darker, just because that's where you would have your shadow. And there's where our barn door would be, and our briars. Just coming in a little darker there. I love this paint. Such fun paint to work with.
What's the difference between this and like the Cotman set?
This is a artist quality paint, like professional paint.
So it's a little bit, the color is going to be a little more richer or vibrant.
More vibrant, yeah, exactly.
And Patricia Moon's watching. Hi, Pat, or Grandpa. Sorry. I'm tired.
These paints will tend not to fade as well.
Mm. So you're just working on those little details on the barn to make it
Mm-hmm.
stand out a little more.
So, let's see.
Oh, that's okay. She said, hi everyone, missed some as I had to download Facebook.
Oh.
Yeah, it's okay. The nice thing is when we're all done here, if you wait, usually it's like somewhere between 10 minutes to half an hour, you can go back and actually rewatch this video on Facebook, and you can watch it as many times as you want. So if you miss something, you can go back.
So no, I'm just softening that line I put in with just some clean water. See how that just brought that down and softened the line.
Yeah, that's real cool.
Yeah.
Zoom out a little bit so we can get a see what we've done so far. Very nice.
Mm-hmm. All right, so there isn't that much more to do on it, really.
Do the
oh, I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to do some spatters. That's what I did today. That was so pretty.
So all she did was got her brush kind of wet with some paint with the brown, and she's trying to keep it mostly on the bottom part where the snow is.
Yep. And if you happen to get it up where the sky is, it's not a big deal. You just take a wet brush.
Magic eraser.
Magic eraser. These are very sedimentary colors, the colors that I chose tonight. So the colors will actually sit on top of the paper. They don't sink in as much as like a red or a green might.
Mm-hmm.
So you can pull them up real quick, real easy. They don't sink in.
Now what she's doing now is she's making the tree look like it has some leaves still on it.
I don't know if I want. Yeah, do I want to put one on this side tree?
It's up to you.
And it's okay if it gets into this wet paint here and the leaves look fuzzy. I think that looks cool too.
You gotta remember it's a cloudy day, cloudy, snowy day. So you're not going to see everything really sharp.
And we're going to put snow on here still, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta define our path a little bit more still. I think I'm going to do something off to the side here because it just looks bare. So I'll put another tree.
It just keeps soaking it up.
Right here?
Oh, no, on the barn when you were doing the doors, yeah.
Where should we put the tree?
And Mrs. Tabor is on.
Aww.
Let's see.
Oh, and I haven't done a lot yet. Holy cracking.
Yeah, sure. Right about there. Mrs. Tabor says it's beautiful.
Oh, she'd say that to anything I did. She's just a little biased. I just have some amazing friends, that's all.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
They support me pretty well.
I like how they all want to come on and watch, and hopefully they're doing some of this at home too.
They're always on my side.
Aw.
Amazing friends.
I know you're awake, huh, baby? That nap didn't last very long.
Oh my God.
At least she's keeping herself entertained with her toes. I like how this one goes in front of the barn a little bit. I like that. Really adds to that perspective of it in the distance.
I'm gonna go blow dry this.
Blow dry? Okay. So while you're doing that, for some of the people that just joined, I'll show you the 2 that she did earlier today. So this is really a simple piece. So she did do one that is just landscape. So if you are going to do it at home and you don't feel like doing a round one, you don't want to, tear it, cut it, whatever, you can do it like that. And she really doesn't have much to do on the one she's working on now. She just has that star, the little bits of like snow on the tree, the fence. So there's that one. And she also did a second one today on the round. And these are on cotton paper. So the paint is going to absorb and do things a little bit differently than what she's working on now, which is the wood pulp paper. But, I mean, even just these 2, again, if you just joined, they're a little bit different from each other. And the one she's working on now is going to be different from these 2. So let me get out of your way here. So Mrs. Reinhardt liked the other 2 that I was showing them because she joined late. So I thought some people would like to see what you were working on. And Mrs. Tabor said, "I like that it's round. It's so cool." Yeah, it is. When she showed me the round paper in the cotton that she likes, I bought her a pack of, what is it, 10?
10 or 12.
Something like that.
Again, I'm using the rigger brush right now. That gives you really great, it's great for doing branches. It was originally meant for doing ships, rigger, for painting ships. Paintings. So I got its name. The girls.
You're okay, baby.
Grandma's almost done.
You're
Done
okay.
here. Oh, I forgot my.
Worst case, I'll just scoot over and give her her bottle again. Now we're doing the fence beams, wires, whatever.
Fence beams?
I couldn't think of the word. Couldn't think of the word.
How long have you lived in the country? I'm just teasing.
That
Yeah.
brain shot. No sad pieces, baby. Just give me a second.
That kind of
I like that.
makes it come in together a little bit more.
Oh, you're doing barbed wire.
Yeah, this is a cow farm.
So, sorry about moving the camera, guys. I'm trying to do 2 things at once here. Here you go, baby.
No, she's just trying to make you guys nauseous. I know what she's up to. All right. Now I'm going to take a little bit of red, whatever red you guys have. Not too wet because you don't want it to spread all over, which I'm probably going to make mine do.
No.
And do your little star. Give it a little pop up here.
Baby.
And I'm going to do little speckles here on this one too. make a mistake, just go right up and fix it. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, again, I'm amazed when they, like you said, that they say that this is very unforgiving because it's. You've been proving it's not.
Yeah, and if I can fix something, anybody can.
So now you're taking a little bit away from the trunk again.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna just put some of that in and around. You know how snow has the shadows around, like where the
tree is. Very cool. Some grasses.
And I think all I still want to do
is add some shadows to that.
didn't want that roof to be all white, so I just put some brown in there. And now what I'm gonna do, I know I had a paper towel here somewhere.
Yep.
Just gonna dab some of that up there. And now I'm gonna take my, we're almost done, guys.
Big brush of that. A little wet. This is the fun, messy part.
Ooh. Make all sorts of different size snow.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
Like that.
And I wanted to go. Whoa!
Little much.
Oh, little much.
Yep.
It's okay, we can leave that
Yep.
like that because that can just be snow coming off the roof.
I was just gonna say you can work with it.
You can. I can. Now I want to do some on the branches as well.
Kind of like how it looked outside today.
Exactly.
Snow on the trees.
Put some on your fence posts.
Get on the other tree.
Oh my!
Are you
goodness,
surprised?
Coraline, what's going on over here?
You like what's going on with the painting? Yeah? She's all smiles now. She's like, wow!
And
A little bit of fresh snow to the bottom of your trees.
I wanna do little footprints.
Oh, that's cute. Because people have been going back and forth to that barn. Bye, Lori. Lori had to leave. She said, looks great, Michelle. Thanks for another great show. Bye, Shannon and baby.
Bye, honey. We're done anyways.
And just dab. Don't wipe.
And we can fix that one.
Yep.
Not a problem. I used to get all freaked out about stuff like that. And I don't know.
Well, now you know that you can control it and
Well,
fix
not
it.
only that, but you guys, you know what? It's just paper and paint.
Mm-hmm. Not the end of the world.
No, it's not. And as long as you're having fun, that's all that matters. Have fun with friends. That's what matters. There.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm. Now I can wait till that dries and clean that up a little bit. But
Mm-hmm.
there, what do you guys think?
Woohoo!
You're just glad it's over with.
No. No. What do you guys think? You like it?
Or like it's over with too, Mom.
I was like, I don't feel well. Why are you guys doing this on me? Very cool. A little comparison. Different looks. So she had 3 different ones, and all 3 came out different. They all came out really cool. Darcy says, love it.
Thanks, guys.
Does anyone have any questions or want us to explain anything before we go? It's not bad. It was only an hour.
It took an hour?
It took an hour.
Holy moly. Really?
We should just assume they're going to be an hour.
Oh, man. I tried, guys.
You're not going to do any half-hour one. We can do some stick figures.
All right.
Great. Well, thank you, everybody. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good night. Thank you.